Hello and welcome to Tennis Asia TV again. This time we're just going to go through me and Leah the upcoming match between Emma Raducanu, the 2021 US Open champion, against Janice Tjen, the 23-year-old from Indonesia, who has really taken this US Open by storm by having, I mean, just the way that she's risen as well, Janice. Having last year just gone pro, and now a year later, or a little bit over a year later, now finding herself qualifying for the US Open at the first time, and then beating Kudermetova in 3 sets. Just a really amazing performance. So, and I think that's going to set this up to be a really exciting match between Emma Raducanu and Janice Tjen. So you obviously watched the Tjen match against Kudermetova, or?
No, I watched like the first part and then the last part.
Yeah, Raducanu, I saw that match, yeah, and it was definitely a good performance from her. Very one-sided match, really, in the end. I don't think Shibahara really could have, she didn't really bring her best, I suppose, but I think that's partly because of the consistency and the speed of play of Emma, and especially on return. So good. And just, hitting deep. And whereas I didn't see the Tjen match live, but I did see, good amount of highlights. And boy, she is a handful of a player, and an amazing forehand. Good mover. She's strong
Yes,
as well,
good mover.
and yeah, her serve is actually surprisingly good. I mean, I think she's 168 centimeters tall, so it's not small, but not particularly big, right? I mean, in tennis, and so it's impressive, really, and obviously with how many matches she's won, I think this sets up to be a very interesting clash, right? With
Mm-hmm.
Raducanu. What are your thoughts on how you think this match might go?
I mean, they are both playing really well. Um, both, I think Janice is probably the more aggressive player, always looking to move in forward in the
Mm-hmm.
point, and Emma is more of an aggressive counter puncher. But I think, yeah, I feel like it's gonna get be a really good match. It might just depend on, I feel like the serve is the key. Like whoever is serving better,
Mm-hmm.
it that's tennis basic, but I think in terms of Emma's game in particular, she has a tendency to sometimes be inconsistent on the serve. Like she returns really well, she's good off the ground, but when her serve is off, that's when she can get vulnerable. I feel like if she serves well, I would give her the edge.
Mm-hmm.
But it might
Especially with
also,
how well she returns as well.
yes, how
Yeah.
well she returns. So it might, you mean maybe the crowd might be a factor as well, depending on where they are assigned, which court they are assigned. Not sure if Janice has played against a very popular player at that level. So I don't know how she will handle that
Mm-hmm.
occasion. Let's say if they are assigned to Ash or Louis Armstrong, I mean, we don't know, but definitely in terms of her game, um, it's a toss up. I would just say maybe 55 Raducanu if she's serving well on that day.
That's interesting because I think some people are maybe putting Raducanu a bit higher. Maybe they're putting her like
Mm.
60% in
Okay,
favor of her or higher. I don't know. That's the kind of the impression I get, but I think that's more the fact that they don't really know Janice, or they've maybe
maybe.
not really watched her, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe there's a element of people underestimating Janice a little bit.
Mm.
I don't think Raducanu with her coaching team as well. I don't think she's going to underestimate her. I think she,
Mm.
um, you know, I don't think she would think like that because she's just beaten Kudermetova, so that's obviously you have to think. Well, she's good enough to beat her. I'm going to have to be
Exactly.
on top of my
Yeah.
game. But I think, yeah, it's an interesting one because, like you said, she does have maybe those kind of vulnerabilities on the serve. I think, some people have compared Janice already to in her game and style sort of a bit to Ash
Ash Barty.
Barty.
I
Yeah,
see it. I
yeah,
definitely see it. Yeah.
yeah. A few, yeah. I mean, certainly she's got a really nice slice actually
Right.
that was causing trouble for Kudermetova, and she seems, very confident in that. I think,
Right.
but I also don't think that that bothers Raducanu too much. I think she actually, I don't know what you think. I think she doesn't mind that too much, and in fact,
Yeah.
she's
She
got
has
a
a
pretty
pretty
good
good
slice
slice
herself.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And against Shibahara, she was using it, and Shibahara was like didn't know what to do actually sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah. So another thing though,
Hmm.
you mentioned the crowd though, is Janice. She actually, come through the U.S. college system, which
Hmm.
can be pretty like when they play those
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
matches. It's pretty rowdy. It
Right.
can be,
Right.
and I think that's why some of these college players when they get into pros they have a kind of that sort of competitiveness that
Yes. Yes.
which is it's interesting because it feels like sometimes they don't really get bothered as much by the
Mm.
tight
Mm.
moments
Mm.
like that, and if anything it
Right.
seems
That's
like
true. That's true.
they seem to bring out the best in them. So that is definitely going to be interesting. Surely, yeah, Raducanu is going to have a lot of fans, regardless. I think watching her because everyone, she's a big name. But like, it'll be interesting. Yeah, people don't know Shen so much, and yeah, I mean, do you have any predictions for how you think the score might be?
Mm. I think it's gonna be like two tight sets in favor of Emma. Oh no, I'm making a prediction that might not come true. I'm like I feel like that's how I feel. But of course I wouldn't I'm seeing Janice play, I don't count her out at all, especially if she serves well on that day. But yeah, I
Mm.
mean I didn't see her match, but I did ask people how it went, and they did say that she had like a walkabout in the second set. So that's something I'm sure is also interesting. Like if she does win the first set, for example, um, will she be able to continue her momentum,
You
or
mean
be
you mean Chen?
Yes, Chen. Yes, I
Right.
mean, sorry. I mean, yeah. So that might be a factor as well. Even if she does, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Honestly, for me, the first set is the most important. If
Yeah.
Emma wins the first set, I don't see her losing the second set.
Hmm, hmm.
But if Janice wins the first set, then the question mark is what will happen in the second. I think that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think Emma will win. I think it could be in three, but I think that I think it's also more that I feel like at least one of the sets will be close. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then I think possibly Janice could sneak one. But
Mm.
yeah, probably if Emma does win the first set, yeah, I would agree that she's probably going to take the match. I mean, as good as Janice is playing, it's clear that Emma is also playing really well. I think the first round was evidence of that, and I think it was probably a big bit of pressure. I felt like her coming into that, she was expected to win, but she hadn't won her first round matches the last 2 years in U.S. Open, and obviously being the champion from that incredible tournament from coming through qualies, then like there is some pressure there to get it done. But yeah, she did her job really well, and just the way she's been playing in general recently, she doesn't look like she's going to lose to players that she should be beating. Really, I mean, she's lost
Mm.
obviously to some big players recently. She's maybe a bit unfortunate with draws, but yeah. But I think this is a great moment for Janice and a good test for her. And I think like seeing how she does in this match is maybe a good indication of how maybe good she can be.
Right.
Because definitely she seems to me to be someone I think will be a regular on the WTA tour, and I think she's good enough to be there
Yeah.
and playing. Yeah, and but we haven't really. It's an unusual thing because she's 23, but and she's doing so well now, and without having, I mean, she's only really been pro for a year, so
Mm.
yeah, it's it's an unusual thing in a way, right?
I mean, there's no reason for her not to have a career like McCartney Kessler is having right now. I think, they're both similar. They went through the college system. Um, they both have very aggressive games. I think, yeah, it it might be also the surprise factor, since no one really knows much about Janice right now, so that might cause problems for Emma too. So, and it's, as you said, for me, one of the things that's great about this matchup is that a lot of people don't know Janice yet, but they will definitely watch a Raducanu match, and like she gets
Yeah,
more exposure, people get to know her more, get to know her game more, and I think that's a plus, either way.
yeah, and I think it's also kind of cool because probably a lot of people in Indonesia casually follow tennis. They know Raducanu, so it's maybe a chance, yeah, for her to sort of
Yeah.
make herself known to her own country, even if she hasn't done that already by beating Kudermetova. But yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Make a score prediction.
That's so hard. I honestly see it like a 7-5 first set, and then maybe like a 6-3, 6-4 second set in favor of Raducanu. Yeah, that's how I imagine it playing out, but who knows. How about you? Like, what do you think the score line's
I
gonna be like?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking similarly. I thought possibly, yeah, it could be like a 7-5 or even a tie break
Right, right.
with Raducanu, but the less close second set. So, but well, I don't know actually. It doesn't seem to me like when I say less close, I don't think it's going to be like a 6-1 or something. But because I
Yeah,
think
definitely not.
Janice is capable of she seems like quite a tough competitor, and she's playing at high enough level. I don't think she's going to get overwhelmed, but probably, yeah, something like a 7-6, 6-3, or yeah, something like that wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, yeah, let's see if she can sneak a set and make things interesting. Anyway, that match will be on, what day are we now? This is okay. It's Monday, so it was going to be on
Wednesday?
Wednesday, right? It must be Wednesday, right? So yeah, I wonder what court they're going to put it on. We don't know yet. Maybe could be Louis Armstrong again.
Yeah, or
I'm not.
grandstand. Not sure
Yeah,
if that's an Ash match, considering who else is in her section. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Although she's a former champion, yeah, probably doesn't justify her being on Ash right now. But like, yeah, could be a Louis Armstrong or Grandstand. I think either of those would be good enough, and yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for giving me your predictions, Leah, and hope to maybe talk to you about this match afterwards. Going to be interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.